I think we should study about Joshua and Caleb. It begins in chapter 13 with the Lord God telling Moses. God says, "Send men to spy out the land of Canaan, which I am giving to the Israelites." So Moses said, "I'll do it. I'll do what you tell me." And one of the people in those tribes was Joshua, and one was Caleb. And then there were others as well. So all of the spies went, and they went for 40 days. When they came back, here's what they said. "We came to the land to which you sent us. It flows with milk and honey, and this is its fruit." The fruit looked spectacular. And could you imagine a land flowing with milk and honey? What would you choose? Ice cream and cookies? Endless video game playing? What would you choose? What would your land be flowing with? It can flow with anything. It doesn't have to be food. They said, "But the people who live in this land are strong. We would not be able to go up against them because they are huge. They're gigantic. They are too strong. They're giants. Their cities and towns are really big and very well protected. There's nothing that we can do, Moses. We can't go up against them." But those weren't the only voices. Have you ever had a friend who told you one thing happened, but then another friend said, "No, this is what happened instead"? Caleb said, "It is okay. Let's go at once and occupy this country, for we are well able to overcome it." And Moses knew that this was going to be a problem. So Moses and Aaron immediately prayed, and they asked God to forgive these people. They asked God to still give the people the land that he promised. And God said, "Well, you know what, Moses? I'll forgive them, but not a single one of the people who are against me will ever see this land that I have promised to the Israelites." That's super sad. God only requires for us to move forward when he tells us to move forward. He doesn't require us to know what's going to happen next. So when God asks us to enter into life with him, he expects us to enter into a life with faith in him, that we are willing to let him be the power in our lives, that we are willing to trust his promises to us. You know, he told all of the Israelites that I am going to give you this land, but then when he sent them to take the land and see the land that he had given them, they were afraid and they tried to do it all on their own. So when we try to do it all on our own, it doesn't go very well. And God So now we're moving into Joshua chapters 1 and 2. I'm going to go just a tad bit further in their story, and then I'll stop, and then you'll have to read the rest. So when we last left the Israelites, they had made a poor decision, and God had told the community who said, "We can't go into the land, they're too big and too scary for us." He told them, "Fine, you're just going to have your regular old life and live and die, and you never get to go to the promised land." But then we had Joshua and Caleb who said, "Yeah, let's go." Well, unfortunately, they had to wait for 40 years before they could go. So now they're both older. They've both trained. And now Joshua is the leader. So Joshua says, "Okay, here's your chance, peeps. Have you learned from your parents?" And he sent 2 spies in to investigate one more time. So these 2 spies went in and investigated the town, and the king found out they were there, and he sent soldiers to arrest them. But a woman named Rahab, she saw the spies, and she took them and hid them in her house. And when the soldiers came, she told them, "I don't know, they left a while ago. You should go get them." So the soldiers said, "You're right, we should go get them." And you know what? I think the spies learned from their parents, because they went forth in faith, and they didn't let their own fears keep them from succeeding where God wanted them to succeed. So when we take our lives and fill it with faith in God, and we move forward into whatever he has for us, things will turn out differently for us. We get to go forward with him in faith. and we won't explode in the process because He's got it. Fill your life with faith in God, and He will take you to the land He has for you. It might not be easy, it might be scary, but He will take you there. Want to try it again? Let's try it again. He'll take you there. Because I am going to tell them a little bit more, but not the whole more.
Not true what she just said. That's what I said.
That is not true what I just said. Okay. Okay. Sometimes, no. This is looking pretty good. I think. Oh, Joshua said, meditate. No. Met. Oh! Today, let's talk